tiny car was made out of C4.
Out of C4.
We have an explosion on how the Grinch stole Christmas. When did Michael Bay came over and directed this?
Michael Bay?
Well, it seems all that mayhem that the Grinch spread had caused some significant damage around the city. And if I'm honest, it was totally warranted. I mean, come on. These Who's were horrible to him. They were force-feeding him and laughing at him after a horrible joke of a Christmas shave. These guys totally have it come.
Oh, Cindy.
Just wanted everybody to be happy. It's a good thing. What had happened here, it's... Despite the Grinch leaving destruction to the population celebration, the Who's continued to prepare for Christmas anyway, and even though their big Christmas tree was burned up by the Grinch, they at least had a spare Christmas tree.
Oh, a spare giant one?
The movie does go back to focusing on the Christmas stuff. The Grinch watches the Who's preparing for Christmas and does the same all the same thing that you would expect from a book. The Grinch kicks Max out of his house by kicking him out really extreme. But then he picks him up and gets this idea. A wonderful, awful idea.
A wonderful,
and
awful
yes,
idea.
We do get this movie's cover of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. And this is just my opinion. I don't really like the cover version of this song. It's basically the same song, only done with a modern sound and having more lyrics to it, and this time having Jim Carrey do the vocals. But rather than just having Jim Carrey do the vocals like normal and continue the song, he would occasionally make noises. He would snarl sometimes, and it just throws off the rhythm to me. Which is a shame because I honestly thought that the instrumentals and the composer for the score is pretty good.
Oh, James Porter was the music composer. He composed the music to The Land Before Time.
These are really nice.
And Casper, in the movie Casper, I think.
This song would have been better to me. And this is something that I've been building up to when I brought up the problem with Jim Carrey's performance. Now, I don't want you to get the wrong idea where I think his performance is terrible. Far from it. The makeup and costume design, really great, and Jim Carrey definitely nails it and brought this character to life. Great performance, far from being the worst. But can we all agree that he just got a little bit too carried away with it?
Another ad.
Here's the thing. This means you're losing your memories every month. So if you're suffering from tinnitus, I'm going to tell
Skip.
you.
Overacting, especially when it comes to certain scenes like this where he has to be a goof or try to scare Cindy. And here's another thing that I want to bring up. If you look at the Grinch and what he was like in the book,
The original cover, the animated special by Chuck Jones.
there was nothing that indicated he had some kind of wild persona and crazy insanity to his character. If anything, the book and the movie emphasizes just how much of a grumpy guy the Grinch was compared to all the other movies. Just look at some of the original scenes in comparison with the live action Grinch.
Boris Karloff. What's the matter with you, some kind of wild animal?
All of that aside, this is just a minor setback to an otherwise stellar and hilarious
I really heard that line from the movie, and then I heard it from the whole video YouTube poop collab hosted by Sticker Boy Next Gen.
Different interpretations of famous characters and different takes on certain stories, and the multiverse being the thing.
I really love that quote.
Grinch as its own thing, and for what we got, it is quite fun. So yeah, I'm not saying that this is a bad performance, but I'm saying it's not 100% flawless. You could just say I'm mid. Okay, moving on. The Grinch prepares a Santa suit and has Max dressed up like a reindeer.
A
And they
reindeer.
get ready to go down and ruin Christmas. You see the Grinch pretending to be the director, and this whole thing is improvised, which I wish I could show you, but it's a bit too long, and we need to carry on with this review. But seriously, go watch that scene. It's freaking hilarious. So he prepares this slate that's actually powered by some kind of jet fuel.
Jet
Flies
fuel?
his way over to
I screwed up the timeline
and the
here.
Grinch waits for
Is that Santa Claus?
what?
Yeah, you can still see that they are still on the mountain.
Santa Claus? I mean, wow. Okay. There is a lot of questions
He's
I
only
have
real in
about
movies,
Santa.
cartoons,
And this is
video
probably
games,
the most
and
important.
novels.
If Santa Claus is real, then why the fuck are all the who's wasting all their money buying all these presents to their kids and family when they could just get the presents for free? Seriously, this makes no
Was that
fucking
dead?
sense.
Is that
Did
dead?
no one
Is
think
that the
this
guy?
through before they
Is that
sold
Ryan
this product?
Reynolds?
I mean,
Who-
come on, guys.
Who wears this
Get
guise
real.
as Deadpool?
So after Santa Claus leaves, the Grinch comes over,
Oh,
sees everything.
I think that was Ryan Reynolds.
And of course, we get this part where he does meet Cindy.
I really love his acting
This is
as
probably
Deadpool.
the worst part out of this whole
And Detective Pikachu.
Because before this moment happened, we've seen Cindy being wise beyond her years. For the fact that on that scene where she defended the Grinch and offered a nomination for him, she was able to call out on the mayor's lies on every rule he made up on the supposed important book of who. And that same girl somehow, just somehow, doesn't seem to recognize that's the Grinch behind the cost.
The voice may be different, but it's still the same guy. And you should know that, the Grinch. She could see those green hands. She could still see those green hands.
I don't care how much you beg for me to suspend my disbelief to buy into the scene. There is no fucking way that any girl or any kid for that matter would mistake some big, furry, smelly green monster in a Santa costume over Santa Claus. How do you not know that's not really Santa Claus? He won't because he is the Grinch! But I guess she had to forget about him and make it seem like she doesn't recognize him because otherwise we wouldn't have this sweet bit of dialogue. See what I mean? Even after all that destruction he left behind in the tribulation thing, she still finds it in her heart to care for him and is able to see something in him that nobody else sees, which is quite nice and very Christmas-like. But seriously, that scene would have been so much better if Cindy didn't see the Grinch that much other than the silhouette, the hat, the foot, and being able to cover up all that thing that you can't see the voice. How fucking obvious does it have to be for her to be able to see that's not really Santa Claus and it's Grinch behind the costume? And if that wasn't bad enough, watch what happens next. The Grinch sneaks into the mayor's house to deliver another kick in the ass to the mayor by doing this. Oh, God, why'd you put that there? It's a Dr. Seuss movie. It's a
Kiss the dogs. He kissed Max's butt.
Wait, there's more shenanigans he's got up his sleeve. He finds some rope with 2 hooks at the end of it, and he uses that to hook in the fat bastard's bed and some random who's car, so that in the morning, whenever some who drives in the car, will pull the fat bastard out of his bed in the morning. Is this How the Grinch Stole Christmas or Home Alone? Either way, this is kind of pushing it. And this all leads to, in my opinion, the highlight of the movie, besides Jim Carrey's performance as the Grinch. And this is something that I kind of have to talk about in that episode, because someone
The nostalgia critic.
in a different way and doesn't
I
get
remember it, so you don't have to.
It's not just him either. I'm pretty sure there's a few people that do not get the context and the meaning behind the scene. And no, I'm not the biggest hot shit reviewer out there, but I might as well just spoil it. In the original book and the animated movie,
And
after
the
Grinch Stole Christmas,
you mean the
he goes
animated
back
special.
with all the stuff that he's stolen, watches the Who's and expects to see them all miserable and sad that all of it is ruined. But to his surprise, the Who's still celebrate Christmas anyway. They hold hands
Without
and
the
dance
gifts,
and
and they
sing
sing a
about
song.
Christmas and how nothing can get in their way and ruin their summer.
The government is banning this $39 collection plate next month, and this is your last shot to get the original Hanukkah version.
Grinch as it meant so much to them. And this gives Grinch an idea that Christmas is
More than
a
just
holiday.
a holiday.
And while it is true that the live-action movie doesn't portray the scene exactly the same way, it still delivers the same message, but just portrayed differently. And if I'm honest, it kind of spreads the message way stronger than the original. Because let's be quite frank here, people, not that many people around the world are as perfect as the Greeks. And I think that's what makes the scene stand out more. And if there are some people out there that want to argue with me by saying that the movie doesn't do a great job faithfully adapting the source material and do the scene exactly as it should, the movie didn't have to, nor was it trying to. It was simply a different retelling of a classic children's book that I'm sure everyone knows the whole story by now. And if you have watched as much movies as I have in my time, you would know that traditionally
Mickey's Christmas Carol from 1983, I think.
learn from their mistakes and become better people. While that doesn't necessarily apply
That's got to be one of my
to
favorite Disney Christmas specials from the 1980s.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas kind of has to follow that same kind of story structure in order for
I also like the Reagan and Bass Christmas specials too.
on telling the same message from the book is just amazing without deviating completely from the
You know,
source
known for their
material.
animation and stop motion animation.
Twist to an old moral that has been told before. In this scene, the mayor, and only the mayor, makes a huge fuss over the fact that Christmas is ruined and completely blames it all on Cindy for inviting the Grinch in the first place. And by Christmas, he means all the fancy lights, toys, clothes, games, and everything that represents a wet dream to a corporate greedy asshole. And when you take into account in the movie of how much Cindy feels like there's something wrong with the Christmas season, and how much the mayor tries to push in his own idea to the people on what Christmas should be, that's not really Christmas. It's consumerism disguised as Christmas. And given how much we know now about the world of politics and how often
News
we hear these
articles.
greasy snobs trying to